So, what's actually possible in 90 days? For the last 8 months, I've been eating, force feeding myself food to grow and grow as much as I can to build muscle in preparation of my first ever bodybuilding show. It was actually brutal. The time came where it was time to cut. Bye bulky food and hello no food.
Right guys, so I have been dieting for over 90 days now, probably pushing over 90 days now, and I've got some pretty good results, so I wanted to kind of share them with you, so maybe you can implement a few of them into your own routine, or help you with your weight loss journey, or if you just want to watch this for purely entertainment purpose. But yeah, it can help you. So 90 days into my cut, I'm competing, as you can tell, for the first time ever. It has been a bit brutal. You know, I had a very big off season. That was brutal. Had to eat loads of foods, and obviously I've been into the cut, so I've dropped weight. Now, how did I drop the weight? Diet. Okay, right, so everyone knows when it comes to losing weight, diet is key, and yes, it's the most important part. Okay, you couldn't do it without the diet pretty much. Okay, you can do hell loads of cardio and things like that, but if you still don't have a good diet in place, you're not going to lose the weight. Okay, you're not going to drop the body fat. So what I want to say, guys, is what was my diet like? Now, right, so initially you have to put yourself into a calorie deficit. Now, to do that, you have to work out your maintenance calories. In doing so, you need to subtract a certain amount of numbers from your maintenance calories. That will then put you into a deficit, and then therefore you will lose weight. Okay, I simply put myself into a 7,000 deficit, because every 1 pound is 3,500. Every 1 pound is 3,500 calories. So yeah, 1 pound of fat, 3,500 calories. So my goal was 2 pounds of fat, 7,000 calories in the deficit. So that's what I done. I didn't implement any cardio to start with. Hey, I allowed myself a 7,000 deficit over the course of a week. So that was of course a week, not in one day. Don't worry about that. Imagine that. I call you in bed to that one day. I had a meal plan. So I done a training day calories and then a rest day calories. Now, because I wanted to keep as much muscle mass as possible and to retain as much, I had to make sure I was eating more calories on my training days. Their way I'm optimizing my performance, I'm keeping my strength up, keeping the numbers nice and high. And then on my rest days, was really doing so much, I'd keep my calories lower, so I didn't really need my calories that much just because I was resting. And I found like that method there was sort of like the best way for like weight loss, like for me personally anyway. Like I was still hitting numbers in the gym, still am.
Ooh, you're hard.
And my weight was just dropping, and it's just, you know, that with some output, it just worked really well. So what foods did I eat on my diet? So yes, I kept it boring. I kept it plain Jane. I didn't really spice things up. Okay, reason being because when I'm competing, I kind of need my body to just be able to digest the food very well, because as I slowly get such low calories, my body's just going to be used to them certain foods, so anything I put in that it doesn't really agree with, it just doesn't really like digest well, it just doesn't really sit well on my stomach. So I just kept to the basics, you know, the plain rice, the
fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock I'll have fish.
The chicken, the turkey, the eggs, the bagels. I just kept to the basics. No, like, you know, almond milk, banana, fruits and stuff like veggies. But I didn't really do any of them experiments like I've seen on TikTok, you know, when they put the nice like breakfast and nice like lean foods. There's loads you can experiment with, and like, you know, please try that. But for me, I just didn't. I just kept it to the basics. I know that I've got quite good sort of, I don't crave the bad food as much, but if you do and you do want to taste, and them other foods are good. But yeah, so I eliminated all bad food.
Throwing this away?
Bacon.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something.
Bacon is good for me. This is very
You're gonna be going to the grocery store.
Okay, all crisps, all chocolate, all like sweets, literally just stuck to my meal plan, and I've never felt more productive, healthier and better. I can't express how much like eating clean is like so good for you. It's like fuel for your body, okay? It just makes you more productive. You just want to go and just work, and you just feel good. And that is what obviously this is part of this message in this video is my 90 day, what's achievable in 90 days, how much weight you can drop in 90 days and what's the benefits. But yeah, I would definitely, you know, advise eating clean. That's a very, very number one, but at the same time, life is about balance, so treat yourself too at the same time. My training block, what did my training look like? So, my training kind of looked like a push-pull legs, a bit like that, but it was a legs, and then you push, and then you rest, and then you pull, and then you rest, and you repeat. Okay, for you guys that don't know what that is, so you do your legs, your leg day, your lower body, and then the day after, I would do my push day, which would be my triceps, my chest, and my shoulders. Then I would rest, and then I would do my pull day. And on my pull day, I would do like, you know, like your back, your rear delts, your biceps, and then I would rest and then repeat. That way, I put rest around, you know, the legs. So before the leg day, you get a rest, and it's around the pulling day too, like the hip hinge movements, just because the bigger muscle groups, and your body needs that rest when you are training for them bigger muscle groups. Like chest, you know, you can kind of like get away with putting in between or next to like another session, just because it isn't really taxing on the body so much. Oh, let's talk about the results. Okay, we've been through the diet, we've been through the training. Let's talk about where we're at. So, as you can see in this photo, I was roughly about 87 kg, around about 189, 87 pounds, something like that, almost 190 pounds, and I'm only 5'5", so that's very big for someone that's small as me, and I'm currently sitting at 149 pounds, so there's over like 36 to 40 pounds lost there. I know this is a bit longer than 90 days, but in 90 days I lost about 25 pounds. So I'll throw up a picture from 90 days, so from me from the start to 90 days. But now currently where I'm sitting is at this. I'm 149 pounds and I was obviously 87 kg. Now the 4 tips I want you to take away from this is that number 1, so it can help you with your weight loss journey, is have some sort of structure, whether that be just a basic plan online, a macro calculator that you use, or a personal trainer or a coach. My advice is you need to have some sort of structure, whether like, you know, if you just say for instance you're going on a road trip, you take a road map or you put the destinations in to get to your destination, otherwise you can be forever getting there. And the same applies when it comes to losing weight. Number 2 is put yourself into a deficit. Yes, you're gonna have to put yourself into a deficit. Quite frankly, you could be eating healthy, you could be exercising, but if you're still eating over that certain amount of calorie intake, you will be not losing weight. So very important to put yourself into a deficit. Number 3, make sure you are doing some sort of physical activity, whether that be walking quite a lot and getting a lot of steps in, whether that be doing your cardio, any sort of hobbies, or go into the gym. All apply because it just increases the output, and it's just going to speed things up. Okay, not saying, you know, you can't lose weight without going to the gym, but this will just speed things up and just make your body work more efficiently. And the last one is trust the process. I can't express this. A lot of people, and my clients have done it too, is they think nothing's happening because it's been so short of time. But remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We have to keep showing up every day and just bringing the best version. Eventually, I promise you, all these small little goals will add up to that very big goal and you achieve it. So any of you guys out there watching this, are looking for their journey, looking to see what's achievable, or just just getting some information. Take this, hopefully it becomes valuable to you, and I wish you the best of luck with your journey. But if you like the video, guys, please subscribe. I've got more funny content, information, value stuff all coming, and I've done a little video there a while back with my missus, and we done like a little prank challenge, so I'll link that up there. But other than that, see you later, guys.